man, I don't know what to do.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Plug X True Crime Podcast. Today, part 2 of Shalaya's story. So, Shlaya, I want to start off with asking you, did you notice anything different before you left that day to go get your hair done, before everything happened?
No, it was a normal day for me. I took a shower. It was a normal day. He was laying down. When I was in the chair,
While you were getting your hair done, you had an alert come to your phone that something was wrong at home?
nothing that was wrong. Just multiple times, like my phone, like the motion of someone walking in front or motion had it to where that was going on. I got it all made sense. When I was in the chair, that was my husband. I had seen previous where you see him walking in front of the camera.
Okay.
So, but in the morning, it was nothing out of.
So nothing out the ordinary. Everything was fine.
Yes, I mean we didn't even. All he said to me was "Good morning," and I said, "Yeah."
Why do you think your husband shot himself?
I would say it's a couple things. Him dealing with his PTSD because he does have PTSD, and I know he had PTSD.
Did you know of any financial problems, or did he express to you that anything was wrong? You know, that he was going through something?
He never ever was blunt and said this is what's going on. He always made it seem like everything was going okay, everything was fine. As me being so much younger than my husband, he was the head of the household. He was the sole provider. I put my trust into this man. I didn't have to question. I never questioned him about anything because we never went without a hot meal. We never went without our lights being turned off. I'm not questioning him. I didn't question him. And I feel like that's how I felt myself in this marriage because if I was doing more questioning in the beginning, that let him control, I think that I would have been more clear minded when it came to everything. I would have been prepared for what he had prepared.
Yes. Yes, I just think like it's just, you said there was nothing wrong, everything was normal, and then you just came home to that, walking into that.
Yes.
Like, how did you feel at the time? Like, what did you?
Man, I came home to finding my husband. When I walked up on my husband of the time of being, it wasn't no blood. You know when somebody get pum, they kind of, it's blood. Or you see something. It was nothing. He actually.
Oh, so you didn't see anything, like nothing at all. There was
no blood. Only thing I saw was the pum. And when I, and at the moment when me being in shock, I have a video where I'm walking in the house. I on the phone with the dispatch, telling what's going on and telling me to calm down. I remember not at the moment of the not the day of, but I remember sitting in the police station. I remember seeing the smoke from his phone. Like it literally just like you. I had to really sit back and think like it just happened right before I got there, and the cameras confirmed that it happened right before I got to the house. Like I mean, like right before I put into the driveway. But it was very traumatizing. I'll say it was very traumatizing for me. I was scared because I didn't know if he was going to make it with his age. I didn't know how long he was laying there for. It was a lot of questions I had.
And I know, like, it just out of nowhere, this happened. Just out of nowhere. It's just, I don't know, like, wow. Nothing at all. No indication that something was wrong, nothing. And then you just came home to that. Now, have you talked to any of his children since everything happened?
Yes.
Have you spoken to him? Like,
no.
Have you even spoken to him? Do you know what's going on with him?
No. So
no contact whatsoever, nothing.
No. So I seen my husband for between 7 to 9 days in a hospital at Wake Forest Baptist Hospital. I see him there for about 6 months. After his family has stopped us from seeing each other, stopping the communication between me and him, we have not had communication. We have not talked. He has abandoned. And I would say, once again, I had to ask God to give me signs on everything. So I'm clear-minded on everything. This man sold all my expensive jewelry he bought me. He changed the bank account.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Did you say that he stole and sold your jewelry?
He pawned my jewelry. Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, and I found the
And
receipt.
what this happened before, like the day that he did this? He pawned your
Yes,
jewelry prior to that? Prior to
yes. So
him?
he pawned my jewelry on the 10th of January. So 2 days before he
So 2 days prior,
yes,
he pawned your jewelry.
yes.
And you found this out. You said you found receipts.
I found the pawn receipt where like what he got for the money, or I mean the money he got for pawning it. And then once I found the first receipt, I went to go try to go and retrieve my in the pawn shop. They were not able to release it to me due to it not being my husband. And I said I'm his wife, and not only that, it's my jewelry that he bought me. I was trying to get my jewelry so I can sell it and get more money so I'll be able to get an attorney, get more legal help than what I was getting at the moment. And the pawn shop basically said, nope, we can't do nothing for you. And that's kind of how that.
So, okay. So 2 days prior to him doing what he did to himself, he
Yes.
pawned your jewelry. So that's why I asked, do you think that he was stressed out because he was having financial problems and he didn't want to tell you? Because, yeah.
Yes, now because of what his kids were stressing to me about, and all this delinquents and all this and all that. But once again, me being so naive and just letting him basically take the lead and not questioning him, I was blind. Every He was the one who was the sole provider. He is the reason why. He the reason why I was not working, because he told me I don't want you to work. I want you. I want you to.
So he didn't allow you to work. He didn't want you to work. He
No.
just wanted you to stay home.
Yes.
So was
Yes.
this going on when you were in Buffalo, or this
Yes.
just it
So what
when you were in
happened?
Buffalo too?
Yeah. So how I'm gonna break down, if it's okay with you. Break down
Yes.
how this
Yes.
even. So I got into an accident in 2020, and then I got into an accident a year later. Once I had closed out my first case, I actually got a settlement from my first, and he
Okay.
put that check into his checking account. That money went towards the house that we got down here in North Carolina, the first house. So when I sit back
Okay.
about everything, hmm,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
so yeah, when I sit back and think about everything, I actually feel like he was that nothing that I helped him with, or nothing that was on that had my name on it. He didn't want me to have nothing. He wanted to make it look like everything was in his name, and that's why I was talking about the VA loan and everything. But yeah, I was in an accident, and then after the accident, I went back to work for 2 months. I was a supervisor at a warehouse. Went back to work, and then after another accident, my brother was. I didn't want to go through another year or 2 years of being down. I said, I'm going to my husband reiterated to me, the man, I don't want you working. I want you to be home. And guess what? As being a wife, okay, this is my time to kind of have some time down, so on and so forth. But eventually, I wasn't going to work, but my back was messed up from an accident. I was in an accident. My first messed up my back.
Okay.
It made me a little scared. Made me a little scared and nervous to be even driving. So I was like, what, this is time for me to kind of just sit down for not have to worry about nothing. So
Yeah.
all my trust,
Yeah. I
he ba-
understand.
he basically made it seem like, okay, I got you, I got your back, so on and so forth. He was very controlling. Once controlling him over here, basically controlling me. I started to catch on to that, and he got a little upset. I think he noticed that I was like, oh, wait a minute. You're not my father. I don't have to tell you what I'm doing, where I'm at, who I'm with. At the end of the
Yes.
day, in the beginning, it was cool, but also he was very.
So basically, it seems like to me he tried to keep you isolated.
Yes.
I know you had the injuries because of the car accident, but after, you know, you were well, he still
Yes.
didn't want you to work.
No, and I think that it had a lot to do as well with him knowing that I'm around a lot of younger guys as well. He didn't want me around other younger guys and even females, because I had a female friend. He basically thought that me and her were doing something. Now, before my husband, yes,
What?
before my ex boyfriend, and then I was, but before those people, I was into females. I had
Oh, okay.
I was gonna ask to be my best friend at time because she was like, I trusted around my husband. I bought around my husband. She came to the house. He didn't even want me going to her house. She had to come over to his house in Buffalo. And she spent the night with her nephew. You know, we had a whole big old thing. Like a lot of my family and friends been around my husband. I can't say the same thing for him.
So he's not a stranger to them. They know him.
Yes. I'm a
Okay.
stranger to family, but his family want to act like they've been around and they've been here and they met me. His not even his family, his kids. This is
How did your family know him? Like,
so my sister and my niece, they were me and my husband's witness when it came to us getting married.
okay.
And for what he told me, he asked his son to come down to our house to meet us so that he can be his witness for our marriage. He never showed up. Only my sister. That's how my sister met him. Then I took him over to my brother's house, and my brother and his wife and his kid met him. And after my brother and his wife met my husband, we ended up getting the kids, my nephew and niece.
Okay. So they didn't know him prior. I'm saying they didn't know him prior to you guys,
Oh,
getting together and meeting. That's what I mean. That's what I'm
yeah,
asking.
so not my brother, but my sister and my niece did because of church. We all went to the same church. So yes, I have met him, have not met him, but have seen him around the church, know who he was. So she hasn't physically knew him, but she did see him. She knew of him.
Okay. Okay. All right. Understandable. Yes, Shalaya, I'm just like, you've been through a lot. You have been through a lot. And I know like you're still getting through this. And I know that it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
What are like some things that get you through, just going through all of this? I know you mentioned that you had to go to court and
Yes.
everything. What do you do to get you through? Because I know this is a lot for you. And I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy.
Okay, so
Going through all of this, you haven't talked to your husband, you said, in about 8 months, 7 months, and you had you have no contact with his children, nothing like.
no. What gets me through this whole process? I know this is on a judge. I'm going to say this. Drinking. I drink. I to everything. Already with like not throwing a towel before my husband. Even now, I do. I still have moments where I just like shut down. I don't want to talk to nobody. I had to kind of isolate myself from everybody, trying to find myself. And this is why I'm like thankful that you took my story on because it was a perfect before. I mean, you would have heard my story months ago. I would probably been up here talking like out of my neck and crazy. But sorry, I really drink. Like I said, I lost myself in this whole situation, and it's not because my husband was a sole provider or he was who was paying all the bills. It's not about that. It's more about my was disrespected. My rights been stripped from me. No one's taking me serious. From the realtor for her calling me a common law wife to her knowing that me and my husband is
Oh my God.
yes,
So you spent your money, you invested your money with him, I'm assuming, to get
yes.
this house that you're now
No, not
and
the previous house.
the previous house.
Yes,
And you said you were on that all the documents, the paperwork for that
yes,
house.
yes.
So what changed when you moved into the new house?
So what changed when we moved into this new house is actually I'm the one who actually
Yes,
went
here.
out to the realtor that we had from our previous house.
Okay.
I'm the one who and she came to us again as basically clients so that she can sell our old house and then we look for a new home. So the area that we live in now is an area that someone that I met down here, she's the one who was saying that this area is a good area. Once again, with my husband being the age he is, it was a good area for him more than it is me. There's a lot of older people around the area than it is younger people. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So the realtor, she basically when she took on a case, took on us again as like clients or whatever, she basically put on the. My husband got a VA. I did sign for the house and everything, and I have proof of that as well. I did sign for the house, and then the lady that was working with the VA loan people, I have an email where she texted and said that because me and my husband are not legally married, that I could not be in the house. They removed me from this house. So when me and my husband, yes,
You are not. How are you not legally married? You have a marriage license.
yes,
So you didn't do anything to try to prove that you were his legal wife or anything like that? Did you do anything?
when everything happened, when with the emails, everything, it didn't dawn on me at the moment. But when we went to the closing and the guy was like, "Who is she to you?" to my husband, I said, "I'm his wife." He said, "Wife." The realtor looked at me and was just like she was trying to tell me to be quiet. And I'm like, "Hold on." So he was the only one signing.
So
Yes.
the realtor didn't know you were married. He didn't mention anything to you when you went to go purchase the house.
No, so the realtor, she knew we were married. The realtor knew we were. She was our realtor for our old house that where
Yeah,
we got.
that's why I'm just
Yeah.
trying to figure everything out because like I know you said that you worked with her prior, so
Yes.
why would she ask that? That's
Okay.
just strange. Why she would ask if you guys are married? Well, what's
No,
your relationship?
not her. The lawyer who we went to go see to sign when he went to go sign off on the house and everything.
So it's
That's
two different people you're talking about.
yeah. It's a guy and a lady.
Okay.
The lady is a realtor and the guy is the lawyer who he basically has to sign the paperwork with. So
Okay.
the reason why I was not put on this house is because from what my husband told me, his words only, he told me that he was receiving previous benefits from a previous marriage. Now his previous wife is transitioned, she's not here with us anymore. He was receiving benefits from her, and that if he was to put me down on this home on the VA loan, that would mess up his benefits from him getting. That's why I was not put on the VA on the house.
So when he brought this up to you,
Yes.
did you ever think that this doesn't sound right? Did you ever think that this is like this
I
doesn't make any sense?
I was pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. I was very mad. Even the day of the closing, my husband ended up getting like, nah, he wasn't feeling well, so we took him to the hospital and all that. But like after we got back home, me and him talking, he was like, "I'm gonna make sure that I put you on the deed of the house." He kept saying that. He kept saying that to me, and there was never no change. So I'm like, you know what? At this point, whatever. I'm not about to keep
So
telling
how
you.
long after? So how long have after you moved to North Carolina, moved into the house, did he say, I'm gonna put you on the paperwork, and he didn't? How long? Like, had it been? He didn't do anything.
He never. So the previous house, we both signed for the previous house because we went to actually Bank of America to sign off, and the lady gave us the keys to the house then. So I know I was
Okay.
on work for the previous house. This house, I didn't sign any. I signed like paperwork through the email, but like I said, once whoever the lady, I don't know her name, but I can provide that. Hopefully you could probably post it, or whatever. I can provide that. The lady said that I was put down. Me and him are not legally married, and that's why I was not put down on the home. But the reason why that was said was because he was receiving a previous benefit from his previous wife, and he told me,
So that's fraud.
yes. After most of my uncles who are retired veterans and my family, because I do come from a good family, because his kids swear I don't have a good family behind me. I have veterans, retired officers as well, my family. So when I had talked to my family and got some more knowledge of everything, they literally said that what he did is technically is fraud. Even with the realtor, what she did, she used her
And
license.
not only that, he just left you in the dark. Like,
Yeah.
I just really think he manipulated you really bad. And I'm sorry that happened to you, Shlaya. You had to go through that.
It's a lesson learned. Right now I'm at so much more peace than I was before. Like I said, if you would took my story on months ago, I'd probably be up here starting on my words, not talking right, crying, probably looking ugly. So I feel like I'm definitely like in a better space, but I still do have my moments. Honestly, speaking from me right now, I still do have moments where I will just like not want to do nothing. I really did lose myself so much in the situation. Like I said, it had nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do with him being a sole provider. It's more of just this man. He so unhappy. He was so ready to be done with this church or whatever the case, whatever his reason is, he could have walked away.
Yes, yes.
You are an 80-year-old man. I am 20. I was 25. What, like, really? I have so much more life to live. You live your life double my life. So
Yeah.
hey, this too.
Yeah.
So before we end this, kind of, I'm gonna get off here. But before we end it, act Vietnam.
They both served in the Vietnam War together.
Yes.
So what did your grandfather think about, your relationship? What did he think? What did he
So
say to you?
my granddad did not know that me and my husband, I was his name, me and my husband was married. But what he did tell me when he knew that I knew him, he said he's not a good person. But we were already married.
He told you that?
Yes.
So we're going to fight right here. Wow, your grandfather told you that he wasn't no good. Okay, so y'all, we're going to pick up on part 3. We're going to stop right here. But let us know what you think about the story. Leave a comment. And thank y'all for listening. But yes, Shlaya, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your story. But yes, we got part 3 coming.
Yeah. Like I said, definitely want to just bring awareness to all the young females. I want to say this every time I find as much as I can. All the young females that's watching, don't be like me. Learn from me. Take my situation as I'm the one who went through it, so you don't have to go through it. But pray for me, send love, positive.
Yeah. Thank you, Shlaya.
Thank you. You have a great.
You too.